Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Packers, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, how about this Raiders squad? They had the long drought without playoff wins. You had to go back to the AFC Championship season of 2002, but they got it done under head coach Josh McDaniels.
And Brandon, you know how much I love the history of the NFL. How about this? The Raiders and the Colts, the only teams that currently win a Super Bowl in two different cities. Now the Raiders with a chance to win in their third city.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their fifth win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for second all time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
You wondered how long it would take the Raiders to give Las Vegas a Super Bowl appearance? And the answer? Not very long at all. Derek Carr is up guiding this team here in only their third season after the move, playing a style of ball reminiscent of their new home. His big arm and willingness to take a few risks have led the Raiders to a Super Bowl appearance.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, they'll throw with Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Carr to throw again. And that is incomplete here.
Guys keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Touchdown, Raiders! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Taking it about the 1. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
Well, we all know this past offseason that Aaron Rodgers had options, and there's a possibility he might leave Green Bay. But he chose to return to the only franchise he's known, and for the 2nd time, has them playing in the Super Bowl.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And past the 40, but 40's out of bounds. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes, but how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Devontae Adams, of course, for years he was catching passes for the guys here in green and gold, but he was dealt in the offseason to these Raiders. He made 5 Pro Bowl appearances in 8 years with the Pack, and his second all-time in receptions in franchise history. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. On 2nd and 2, Carr, and it's caught. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, and he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 12, but the Packers have the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On play action, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl. A nice moment. And also a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time, so haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Jones, here's Rodgers. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have moved out in front. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Carr going to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, obviously, red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A Raider first down, Carter Renfro. They'll look to throw again. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and 10. Here's Carr. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really make...
Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And again, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Gets around him, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Carr now on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Carr. Same target is Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A nice little juke. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating in peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Finally first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says it. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now to throw. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rodgers again now. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Touchdown, Packers! Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw is Rodgers. Then it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, we're able to be seeing in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. There's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They go with Jacobs. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll throw from the gun. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage, back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown. They're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing his car. Able to connect with Jacobs. A little juke. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds. Here's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And now here come the Raiders. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
Carr fighting Waller there for the Vegas first. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy, don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
A good opening drive so far here at overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr. And this one caught by Beasley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr down to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An even 100 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in a place like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Another try for Davis. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time. But we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going. And on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nervous time now, moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's third down. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Well, here we go. Now it's gotcha. Need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way. And they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
Touchdown! Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew the best teams. They made up their minds before they got to the end zone whether they were going to go for two or go for the tie.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he puts it through. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come into play and extend this game here, partner. So now it's nice and simple from here on out. Next score wins.
It certainly is, isn't it? Even with the new rules, this is why winning that opening coin toss is so valuable. Now we've reached sudden death. They get the first crack at ending this playoff classic. Execute the same way you did the last time out, and they will certainly be celebrating shortly thereafter.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, Charles, those overtime rule changes, this is where we really see their full effect. Here they got a chance to answer and keep the game going on their first possession of OT. And now, after that last stop, they can win it right here with any kind of score.
And what a victory that would be, Brandon, because if they can come all the way back from the brink of defeat and end up with a win here, imagine that. To even reach this point, how about the resilience, the fortitude? And you would expect that from a playoff team, but they still have to exhibit it. Now they have to go out there and win this ball game. Sudden death finally in play.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
He'll buy some time right. He completes it to Beckham. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.